Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Elise. Today I'm doing a little bit of a different video for me and my channel. If you are a subscriber or you've watched my videos in the past, then you know that I typically make card videos. But I do think that a lot of us who make cards and love the paper crafting community, I think that a bunch of us also scrapbook. So I'm going to show you today my December daily foundation pages and how I store my supplies. I will say that this is pretty much the only scrapbooking project I do all year, and I think that's because this project allows for so much creativity and freedom and using supplies differently, and I really love that. I will say out the gate that I kind of subscribe to the Ali Edwards school of December daily. I mean, she created the project, and so I, take a lot of inspiration from her. So let's get started. So before I start with building my foundation pages, what I typically do is take out a notebook and write down all of the days. So I only go through day 25, but some people go through 31, and then I write the first is a Sunday and the second is a Saturday. And so I write all the days of the week. And then just note, things that are going on. So you will see that I have something for every single day. Ali talks about this a lot, about creative constraint. I like that. I like kind of knowing what I'm going to talk about and what I'm going to document. And it doesn't always end up like this, but for the most part, this is what I try to go for. I also I've kept a little post-it note on my desk with some general ideas, and then I've got other stories down here that I could talk about. But for now, let's get into the pages. So I am using the Ali Edwards Red Type album this year. I really like this album. I used the Jasmine Jones red album last year, so it does kind of bother me because the reds aren't identical and they'll sit next to each other on the shelf like that. The Jasmine Jones red was a real orangey tomato red, and I find this to be more of a blue tone red, but that's all right. They'll look nice together on the shelf. So opening up the album, you will see that I have a transparency here. That's how I did this last year. I put a transparency as the first page, and I will put behind this a photo of us that I've yet to print. It's one of the pictures of me and my husband from our wedding. We got married in September. So last year I used one of the pictures from when we got engaged. So we got engaged this September previously, and so that will be what is in this pocket. Now, on the first, I've got this tag. These were add-ons to the Ali kit this year, and I love these tags. They're debossed almost with the white, and they're so thick, really, really thick, almost not quite as thick as the Tim Holtz ephemera tags, if you're familiar with those, but they are quite thick. And I've got this gold one here to symbolize the first day, and then I've got a 4 page 3x4s. And so our best friend from college is coming into town next Wednesday, and so this is the days I'm going to use to document that Zach was in town. And so I'll probably put 4 pictures and little number stickers here, and then put them again here and write the 4 pictures and journal about what they were. On the second day, my husband and I at the end of November are going to a fundraiser at our local art museum, and so I'm going to document that. On the 3rd, I am going to document about my Christmas tree. This was something that Ali did in product play, and I really, really liked the tree that she made, and so I made one similar. She made hers in the pocket protector, and I made mine outside the pocket protector. And then I've got this little 3x8 with this Oh Christmas tree. That was in a separate paper pack. And anywhere that I have a little, a smaller, a 3x8 page, I always put these little tabs on there. So on the back of page 3, so this will be day 4, I'm gonna do a flat lay featuring some ornaments that we got on our honeymoon. We went to Austria and I picked out quite a few ornaments. They're like actual eggs that they hollow out and paint and make them into ornaments, and it's really, really cool. So I think I'm going to document that. And then I've got this tag here. On day 5, it is our dog's 5th birthday. So I'm going to be documenting Charlie's birthday, and I'll do some journaling on the back of this card. Day 6, this was a piece of paper in the Ally main kit, and so I've got 2 6s here because I don't know which one I'm going to use. Whether or not I'm going to paint this wood veneer or use this gold. The gold's a little large for this center wreath, but that's okay. And then in the other wreaths, I'm going to add embellishments. And then on day 6, I don't really know what story I'm telling this day. I'll probably end up telling a story about our Christmas decorations. Day 7, I think that's a Friday night, so we'll probably go on a dinner date with some friends of ours. So I'll leave that one, probably talk about a dinner date. And then this is an idea from Allie Edwards' product play last year that I didn't make into my album, where she put like little hearts in some of the windows here. And so I knew I wanted to do that. So this is a silhouette file if you take her product play class. This was product play 1. So I cut those out with my silhouette and glued them onto a transparency. And then on day 8, I'm not quite sure what the story is that I'll tell. It's quite possible I'll tell a story about us watching Christmas movies. So day 9, I am going to talk about my husband's favorite recipe, which is pot roast. So I think I'm going to take a big picture of the pot roast and then write down the recipe on this little tab here. On day 10, this is something that I made with my silhouette. So it says, if you can't read it, it says, "In houses lights are glowing, likewise in your eyes that find me here with all that I want." And that is lyrics from a song by the Weepies called All That I Want. The Weepies are my favorite band, and that's the Christmas song that they've come out with. A number of years ago, it was used, I believe, in an Old Navy commercial. So if it sounds familiar, that's maybe where you heard it. So I cut that out with my silhouette. And then on the 10th, I'm going to talk about Christmas music. And I realized last year I just, wrote what I was listening to. And this year, I think I'm going to talk about in my journaling how Christmas music makes me feel, because that's really what I want to remember in this season is how things made me feel. On the 11th, I have this 2-page spread because I needed to make that work for a page on coming. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to talk about. I think what I've got documented is that I'll potentially talk about holiday shopping because I love shopping. On the 12th, it's kind of really sweet. I swapped jobs at work. I'm still within the same department, but now within a different unit. And my old unit asked me if I wanted to go to holiday lunch with them still. So I'll probably document our holiday lunch. I've got another one of these Merry and Bright tags. And then on the 13th, I am going to document our Letterfolk board. I've put a quotation on that I just want it to be like a whole picture of our Letterfolk board, which I'm going to put like on a mantle with decorations, and so I think it'll look really pretty. If you're unfamiliar, Letterfolk is a board. It's one of those felt boards that you stick the letters to. Anyways, it's quite fun. I found that from Kathy Zilski. On the 14th, I am going to do a flip up, which again came from Product Play 1, where like, I think it was Brandon Kincaid, took a picture and cut it in half, and I'll probably use that 14 here as like the little handle to flip it up. And so it'll be, the journaling will be underneath the top half, and I am going to decorate my office door at work. I've got some dies from Mama Elephant that make a little, I think they call it like a milk carton house. And I'm going to make little gingerbread houses, and my door is metal, so it's magnetized, and I'm going to hang a bunch of the little houses from my office door. So I'm really excited about that. I've just got a transparency here. I like to add these in. I feel like it just breaks it up, you know, especially when the day 14 and the day 15 stories don't match. This is an older transparency and it is crazy thick, way thicker than the one she's come out with in recent years. On day 15, I'm very excited. My husband and I and his parents, my in-laws, we are going to go see Elton John. So I'm going to document that concert in that box. On day 16, that's a Sunday. That's usually when we go to my in-laws for dinner. And I'm guessing that that's when we'll celebrate Christmas with them because we're actually going out to my parents' house. I've got another one of these tags in here. On day 17, this pocket is simply serving as a placeholder. So on day 17, I'm going to add in our Christmas card. And then I've got another one of these. This is a 2-pocket with some tags. These came from the Ally kit this year, the main kit. And I've got like one tag facing this way and one tag facing that way. So I'll have to add something here. Maybe it'll just be patterned paper or something, or a journaling card. But I'll document talking about our Christmas card this year. And then on day 18, this is another just a placeholder. There won't be a pocket here. I'm really intentionally trying to do a lot of things out of the pockets this year and mix that up. So a lot of people who do December Daily document Starbucks and the cups and, you know, I think the journaling probably will talk about just enjoying that season. And I go to the same Starbucks every time and the baristas know me, and maybe documenting a little bit about that. And then I've got another one of those tags, like I said. So this is a silhouette die cut that says what I want to remember about this season. This came from this year's Product Play 2. And I like that. It kind of mirrors that one that I made with the song lyrics. And then this is something I'm toying around with. I think I'm gonna make that pocket page. If you're in December Daily Product Play 2, Ally Edwards class, then you'll know she made this kind of like pocket to hold like a tag or something with trees. And I cut out this one. This one came from her December Daily class 2. So I might back that with some green cardstock and add that, and then add a couple more trees in because this is like a half page and then this is a transparency. So you kind of have to add a couple things so it would hold a tag. And then I've got this what I want to remember about the season, because I think this page is, I'm going to document, you know, this is the first year that we've been married, kind of document, you know, married life and what that's like in this season. We've been together for almost 8 years, so it's not like, it's all, you know, all that exciting. But we've done Christmases together in the past, but it's different. We're married this year. So this is a 2x2 page, and I am going to document the Christmas cards that I make this year. As I mentioned at the start of this, I make a lot of cards, and so I'm going to use this to document like little pictures of all the cards that I make and post on my Instagram and things like that. On this side, I am going to take pictures of the wrapping paper that I use and maybe use a couple squares to do journaling and add in the number. So this is day 20, and this will be day 21. And then again, this was something that I ordered from Ally Edwards as this little half circle, and I thought that that would match the story about wrapping. And then I'll add something to the back of this. On day 22, I will document us traveling. Like I said, we are going out of town for the holiday to go see my family. So I'll document traveling. I feel like traveling at the holidays never goes smoothly, and so it's kind of one of those opportunities to tell like a real story about December and how it's not always perfect. This is also serving as a page holder because this page, which will be day 23, will be a 2-page spread with the tag page from Product Play 2, where I'll like hang tags out of a page protector. So I'll just have to glue my day 22 story on the back of that page protector. So yeah, if you want to see how I'm gonna make the pages that I have not yet made, comment down below and I can make a video on that. That totally works. So I'll put something on the back of this, and then this is one of the transparencies from last year that I really wanted to use before Christmas Eve. So I've got that there. And then I've just got like a a 3-up page here with this gold 24. That was from an old Emily Lay kit. And then, you know, I'll tell a story about Christmas Eve. And then on the 25th, I've got this big 25, which was from the Large Rover Shapes package, which was another add-on from the Ally kit. I've got this tag here. It says, Christmas is not a time or a season, but a state of mind to cherish peace and goodwill. To be plenteous in mercy is to have the real spirit of Christmas. And that's Calvin Coolidge. And then I've got another, like a 4 pocket there. And then just a transparency at the back. This is a tree one. It was an add-on. And so those are my foundation pages. My book is already quite thick, as you can see. I almost went for the 3x8 this year, but then the spine's not thick enough, and I like space to tell my stories and space to play with the products and have fun. So that is a look at my foundation pages. Let me get out my supplies and I'll show you how I organize those. So this is a look at my supplies. I had to raise up my phone. I just used my iPhone to film videos. I'm not that fancy. To show this to you. So it is a like mint metal tray I got a million years ago at IKEA. I just thought it was adorable and I bought it. And can you believe it? It was some assembly required. It actually came flat and you had to like fold the metal tabs in. Anyways, I'm sure it is discontinued. If it is not, I will link it down below. I've got my paper punch. This is a 6-hole punch. This is the one that Ally recommends using. So that's the one I bought. I've got some adhesives back here. So 2 thicknesses of red line tape. I've got a circle hole punch and then just like an old tape runner. All of my extra numbers sit here. I have a lot of numbers. So I have cork numbers, white chipboard, gold dot chipboard, gold chipboard, black chipboard, wood veneer, all of the kinds. So yeah, so that's that. And then in this pocket, I have those little tabs. I'm sure there'll be more pages I want to add those to. These pages get pretty thick, so it's kind of nice to have something to turn the page with. Here is some of these like snap. They kind of allow for you to do a flip up. I've never actually done that, but I'm sure if I wanted to, then I have that. And then here are the little inserts for the little tab guys. I've got some inks here. These are all Ally inks. So I have her red, her green, a gold, and a silver. These are pigment inks. They are not my favorite, if I'm being honest. I hate pigment inks. They take forever to dry, but it's good when you want to stamp on a photo. So I have those. I have this little tiny stamp set from Studio Calico. I like it because it has these little like phrases, and they fit inside these tiny little tabs. So love that. Over on this side, I've got some brads. I plan on using these for that tag page. I've got some of Ally's acrylic paints, a white, a gold, and a red. And then I've got a few stamps. So I've got a date roller that just has the month. So I just have it already turned to December. And then this is an Ally Edwards roller stamp set. So those come in handy. These are all of my embellishments. So things that came in the kit this year, things that I bought separate, things from last year and older years. I got these little tiny tags, you know, like that's a Studio Calico piece. So all of my embellishments are there. And then here I have all of these velvet ribbons. So you can see I have a lot of tags, and I like the idea of using similar ribbon throughout the months. And so I bought these from a shop off Etsy where you just buy them by the yard. So I wanted a bunch of colors of these velvet ribbons, but I didn't need a ton. So I just bought like 1 yard of each. And I think all 8 of these was like $12 or something like that, which is kind of expensive, but if you've ever bought velvet ribbon, that's really not too bad. So got those ribbons, and I'm going to use those throughout the album, and that way all of the ribbons are kind of the same. I mean, they're the same width, they're all velvet, but they'll be different. I love it when you look at somebody's album and the top has ribbons hanging out. So that's why I like to do that. In this box here, I have all of my cards. So like 4x3, 4x6, some of these like little tiny ones for the tops, like the ones that like, what is this? This is like 3x2. So then these are 3x6 to fit those. I've got some tags, some of the big like 3x8 pages. Back here I've got, you know, these are 6x8 papers. I've got some transparencies from older years. And in the back I've just got like odds and ends. Over on the side here, I have those big number stickers in case I want to use any more of those, which I probably will. I love those. I've got this washi tape here. I think I bought this from Studio Calico. It just says you're my favorite over and over again. I think that's really sweet. Like if I'm telling a story about my husband or my dog. I've got those other two big rubber shapes in this little container here, which houses more of my embellishments. I'll move the camera so you can kind of see that better. So it's also got that tag pad from the Ally main kit, some chipboard, some from this year, some from last year, some from, like this was from the Paisley press kit last year, some that I've bought as like add-ons for this year. So I kind of go crazy buying December daily supplies if I'm being honest. On this side, I have all of my stickers. So like word phrase stickers and, you know, some number stickers. Those were from a Jasmine Jones kit one year. Things like that. And like the little number stickers like I'll use on that first day to tell stories. And then I have this, oh, wrong thing. I have this cork and kind of gold accent. They're heart stickers, and these came in like the Simon Says Stamp Mother's Day kit, I think. And I saw these and was like, never gonna use them for Mother's Day. Totally want them for December daily. I've got those puffy heart stickers that came in the main kit, some stencils and screens, and then I've got my stamps. So I've got more of those little phrases that fit in those index tabs. I loved this one from this year with the wreaths. I think it's really cute. I've got this one from a couple years ago that's seen some love. And then this one was the Paisley Press stamp set from last year. So that is a look at how I prepared for December daily, both my foundation pages and my how I store all of my supplies. Let me know if you want to see more videos about December daily and my process. You know, if you want to see process videos, I can't promise one for every day, but I could do a few here and there if there's a spread that's interesting to anybody. And then at the end of the season, when I've completed the album, this is a project I will say that I work on every day, or else I will never keep up with it. So it does get worked on every day. So except for when I'm out of town. So I will have this wrapped by like the 1st of January. So if you want to see my completed album, please let me know. I'd be happy to make that video for you guys. I hope you are all having a great day. Happy Thanksgiving. If you are watching this on the week that I post it, I hope that you had a wonderful time with your friends and family. And I will catch you in the next video. Thank you so much.